welcome back to the channel. Okay, today we are going to be talking about something that sounds very simple, but honestly has been one of the most life-changing habits that I have ever built. And that is drinking a half a gallon of water a day. Now before you click away, okay? and think, okay, it's just water. Stay with me a second, okay? Because I used to be that person who would go most of the day running on coffee or Diet Coke or maybe a random sip of water here and there. And then I was wondering why I was feeling tired all the time and bloated and unfocused and just kind of off, you know? And once I actually committed to drinking enough water consistently, it changed way more. It changed more than I expected it would. My energy changed, my skin changed, even my focus changed. And even my eating habits started to change as well. And the craziest part is it's such a basic habit. So in this video, we're gonna really sit down and talk about it. Not just the benefits, but why it actually matters, what I noticed personally, the science behind it in a simple way, how to actually stick with it, and how to make it feel easier instead of feeling overwhelming. So grab your water bottles, this is your daily reminder, and let's get into it. Okay, so let's first talk about why water even matters so much, because I think that we all know it's important, but we don't actually think about how important it actually is. Your body is made up of about 60% of water, which means water isn't just helpful, it's essential for basically every single thing that your body does. We're talking digestion, circulation, temperature regulation, brain function, skin health, like all of it. And here's something that really put it in perspective for me. You can survive weeks without food, but only a few days without water. I think it's 3 days. Let me know in the comments below if that's correct or not. That alone tells you how important it is. But what's interesting is most of us aren't severely dehydrated. We're just slightly dehydrated all the time. And that mild dehydration shows up in ways that we don't always connect to water, like feeling tired for no reason, having brain fog, getting headaches, feeling irritable, craving sugar. And we think, I need more caffeine, or I need more food, or I need more motivation, or I just need more sleep. Sometimes we just need water. And let's be real for a second. Coffee, soda, energy drinks, they do not replace water. They give you a temporary boost of energy, but your body still needs actual hydration. So when you start consistently giving your body enough water, it is like it starts working the way it's supposed to again. And you don't realize how off you felt until you start feeling better. Okay, so let's talk about what actually happens when you start drinking about a half a gallon of water a day. And I'm going to break this down in a really real way, like what you actually notice in your day-to-day life. First, energy. This was one of the biggest things for me. When you're hydrated, your body is better at delivering oxygen and other nutrients to your cells, which basically means you feel less tired. Not in a super dramatic way overnight, but in a steady, consistent way over time. Like you're not going to be crashing in the middle of the day as much. Second, your skin. And I don't want to oversell this because water is not a magical cure for everything. Like your hormonal acne is not just going to disappear because you drink some more water. But hydration really does make a difference in your skin's health. Your skin will look more plump, more hydrated, and less dull over time. It's like a natural glow from the inside. And for somebody like me who has dry skin, that is a game changer. Third, digestion. Water helps your body break down food, absorb nutrients, and to keep everything moving the way it's supposed to. So if you've ever felt bloated or uncomfortable, hydration can actually help with that. Fourth, mental clarity. Even being slightly dehydrated can affect your focus and memory. So when you're properly hydrated, your brain just works better. You feel more clear, more present, and more focused. And then something that surprised me was it reduces cravings. There were so many times I thought I was hungry, but in fact, I was just thirsty. And once I started drinking more water, I noticed that I wasn't reaching for as many snacks throughout the day. So it's like this one habit created a ripple effect in so many different areas of my life. And again, it's so simple. That's what makes it so powerful. Okay, I want to get a little bit more personal here and just talk about my experience, because I was not always good at drinking water, like not even close. I would wake up and have a soda or a coffee, and then maybe have another soda or coffee, and then realize at about 2 or 3 p.m. that I hadn't actually had any water. And I just thought that was normal. But looking back, I was consistently tired and bloated and dealing with brain fog, and my skin actually looked very, very dull. And so when I decided to try drinking a half gallon of water a day, my first week was honestly an adjustment. I was going to the bathroom all of the time, like every single hour, and I remember thinking, how do people do this every day? But after about a week, my body adjusted. And that's when I started noticing the changes. My energy felt more stable throughout the day. I didn't have extreme highs and then crashes. My workouts felt even better too. I felt stronger and more hydrated instead of drained. And then slowly my skin started to clear up a little bit more. I felt less bloated, and something I didn't expect was I even started sleeping better. And this was not a huge overnight transformation. It was more like a quiet glow up. And honestly, it was one of the biggest benefits was my mental clarity. It felt like I was keeping a promise to myself every day, and those small promises built my confidence. Okay, so let's talk about the part that actually matters the most, how to actually stay consistent. Because drinking water is easy in theory, but in real life, it is so easy to forget. I mean, you can set a million reminders and alarms on your phone, but as long as you hit snooze, you're forgetting it actually is there. And so here are some things that helped me in my journey. First thing, get a big water bottle, okay? This is a game changer, because instead of tracking a bunch of small glasses and random bottles throughout the day, just focus on finishing this singular bottle, and it feels way more manageable. Second, start early. This is so important. If you wait until the afternoon or evening, you're either not going to hit your goal, or you're going to be up all night going to the bathroom. So I try to drink a good amount in the morning. Third, pair it with other habits or habit stack, like drink water before your coffee, drink water with every meal, and drink water before you leave the house. That way it becomes automatic. Fourth, make it enjoyable. If plain water feels boring, some people add lemon, some people add cucumber or berries, other people add the drink packets to make it more enjoyable, and you enjoy different flavors too. It does not have to be complicated. Fifth, give yourself some grace, okay? Some days you're gonna hit your goal, and some days you won't, and that's okay. Consistency is built over time, and that matters more than being perfect every single day and making yourself miserable. This is a habit that you're building. You're not a rule that you have to follow perfectly all the time. Now, let's talk quickly about a few common questions. Is half a gallon enough? For most people, yes. But if you are worried, I would do your own research and find the right amount of water for you. Of course, it depends on your body, your activity level, and your environment, but it's really more of a solid baseline. Can you drink too much water? Technically, yes, but it's very, very rare. You would have to drink a very, very large amount in a very, very short time. Does coffee count? A little bit, yeah. But it is not a replacement for water. So think of water as the foundation, okay? All right. I want to end with a mindset shift that really, really helped me. Instead of seeing drinking water as something that I have to do, I started seeing it as something I get to do for myself. Every glass of water is like I'm taking care of myself. I'm choosing to support my body, and I'm choosing to feel better. And that shift makes it feel like less of a chore and more like self-care. So that is my entire take on drinking a half a gallon of water a day. Simple habit, big impact. And honestly, if you're looking for one small thing to change this month, this is a really great place to start. So if you're doing this like me, let me know in the comments, how much water do you actually drink in a day? And what's one thing you're going to try after this video? If you stayed until the end of this video, please comment this emoji to let me know that you're a real one and you stayed to the end. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video, because I have a goal of getting to over 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and I would love for you to be one of them. And I will see you guys in the next one. And seriously, drink some water, okay? Okay, bye.